Thinking of buying a laptop for school in 2026? One wrong choice can ruin your entire year. Some laptops may look cheap and attractive, but they'll slow you down, overheat, and struggle with basic tasks. In this video, we're exposing the laptops students should avoid in 2026 before you waste your money. You're watching Tecware. Subscribe now so you don't make the biggest tech mistake of the year. Dell Inspiron 3000 series. When it comes to budget laptops for students, the Dell Inspiron 3000 series, especially the low configuration models, might look like a great deal at first, but honestly, this is one of those laptops you should think twice about in 2026. These models often come with very basic processors like entry-level Intel or Ryzen chips, paired with just 4GB RAM, and sometimes even slow HDD storage, which can make everyday tasks like browsing, Zoom classes, or even opening multiple tabs feel frustratingly slow. And the display is another major downside, with low brightness and poor color quality that just doesn't match modern standards, especially when compared to newer OLED or high refresh panels. On top of that, many users have complained about laggy performance and slow boot times unless you upgrade the RAM or switch to an SSD, which adds extra cost and defeats the whole budget purpose. In simple words, this laptop might save you money up front, but in the long run, it can seriously affect a student's productivity and experience. ASUS VivoBook Go. And if you're looking for a budget-friendly laptop that looks stylish, the ASUS VivoBook Go entry models might seem like a great option at first, but in 2026, this is one students should seriously think twice about. These entry-level versions usually come with low-power Intel N series or Celeron processors, which can handle basic tasks, but the moment you open multiple tabs, join online classes, or try light editing, the performance starts to slow down noticeably. On top of that, many of these models come with just 4GB or 8GB of RAM, and in most cases, it's not upgradable, meaning the laptop can struggle even more over time. Another big downside is the display, because not all VivoBook Go models come with OLED. Many entry versions have dim screens with weak color quality, which isn't ideal for long study sessions. In simple terms, it may look like a good deal up front, but in the long run, it can hold students back instead of helping them stay productive. Lenovo IdeaPad 1. When it comes to ultra-budget laptops, the Lenovo IdeaPad 1 4GB versions might look like an easy and affordable choice, but this is exactly the kind of laptop students should avoid in 2026 if they care about performance and long-term usability. Most of these models come with entry-level Intel Celeron or AMD Athlon processors paired with just 4GB of RAM, which is simply not enough for modern workloads, especially with Windows 11 running in the background. Even basic tasks like opening multiple Chrome tabs, attending online classes, or using apps like Word and PowerPoint can feel slow and frustrating over time. On top of that, many variants use eMMC storage instead of a proper SSD, which further slows down boot times and app loading. A Reddit user even said, "Windows needs 4GB on its own. The laptop is very slow." Acer Aspire 1. When it comes to ultra-cheap laptops, the Acer Aspire 1 base models might seem like a great deal at first, but in reality, it's one of those devices that can seriously slow students down over time. Most base variants come with low-end Intel Celeron processors like the N4500, paired with just 4GB RAM and limited storage, such as 64GB eMMC, which is simply not enough for modern student needs. Even basic tasks like running multiple Chrome tabs, attending online classes, or using apps like Word and PowerPoint can feel sluggish and unresponsive after some time. On top of that, the display is often just a basic HD or low-quality panel, and while it looks fine on paper, the real-world experience doesn't match up to today's standards. Another major issue is build quality and overall experience. Reviews have pointed out things like weak battery life, a flimsy plastic body, and even heating issues under normal usage, which is not ideal for students who need reliability throughout the day. HP Stream 14. When it comes to super cheap laptops, the HP Stream 14 might look like a perfect option for students on a tight budget, but in reality, it's one of those devices that can quickly become frustrating to use. Most models come with an Intel Celeron processor, just 4GB of RAM, and extremely limited storage like 32GB eMMC, which is not even a proper SSD, making the system feel slow right out of the box. Even basic tasks like opening a few browser tabs, attending online classes, or running simple apps can cause lag and stuttering, and multitasking is where it really struggles the most. On top of that, the display is low resolution and quite dim, meaning long study sessions can be uncomfortable, especially compared to modern laptops with better screens. And since storage is so limited, even Windows updates can become a problem over time, forcing students to constantly manage space or rely on external storage. In simple terms, it might seem like a cheap and easy choice, but for students in 2026, this laptop can create more problems than it solves, slowing down productivity instead of helping you succeed. The HP Stream 14 also lacks the power needed for modern apps, making it feel outdated much faster than expected. It's fine for very basic use, but the moment your workload increases, it quickly starts to struggle. Overall, it's a budget option that can end up costing you more in frustration than it saves in money. The HP Stream 14 simply doesn't meet the performance needs of students in 2026. It's a laptop you should skip if you want a smooth, stress-free experience for studies and daily use. The HP Stream 14 also struggles with long-term usability, especially as software requirements keep increasing. In the end, it's better to invest a little more upfront than deal with constant lag and limitations later on. Choosing the wrong laptop can cost you time, money, and productivity, so choose wisely. Like, share, and subscribe to Tecware for smarter tech decisions and the best laptop guides.